One.
Hey guys, lowman02 here, and I'm joined by Eli, or Nexus 6 of Cardboard Confrontation. We're going to be doing a cross-channel battle in some 93-94 old school under EC or Eternal Central rules, which basically means that we have 4 of Strip Mine and 4 of Mana Vault allowed in the decks, and possibly some other minor things, but those are probably the most relevant.
Probably Workshop too.
Is Workshop restricted under Swiss rules? I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. That was one of the reasons I like the EU better.
Well, yeah, the EC rules,
EC, I mean.
just yeah. Well, the biggest thing is, I mean, it just makes aggro viable. Like under the Euro rules, like I played a bit under the Euro rules, you really just end up having a lot of control battles because I mean, blue is already disgustingly good in this format, but when you take away Strip Mine as kind of an answer to like the big mana decks, I think you run into more issues. All right, a Tog, Copper Tab. All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, so I'm playing against probably a Tog aggro would be my guess. Well, I see Copper Tab and I think a Tog. But I could be wrong there. All right, I'm going to Time Walk and take another damage off the Copper Tablet. It's a Copper Tablet value right there. Alrighty. Your go, my man.
I think Time Walk has more value. Explore, yes.
Yeah, I cast his Explore there just to make my land drop. I kind of want to get another land drop in. Alrighty.
Go.
Alrighty.
I know that's what Jordan always joke when we cast Time Walk, we're like Explore.
So there actually are decks that maximize its use, like actually attack. And this deck actually is not a bad Time Walk deck. It actually does have creatures in it. They're just not the most efficient creatures.
Yeah, I was expecting a Serendib there after you Time Walked.
I am running them, but I just don't have one in my hand.
Yeah.
I am going to counter this, I think. I could be wrong, but if you drop Vice next, you're probably... I mean, your best play is probably to attack with Factory or drop, like, Ankh of Mishra, but... we'll see what you do. If you have Ankh, I guess I got goozled there.
I'd like to attack with Factory, but open red. I don't like to get it.
Yeah, I'm
Factory
representing Lightning Bolt. Yeah, no, that's what I'm representing.
Now, if it was blue open...
Right. Yeah, no. I'm representing pretty strong there. Unfortunately, missing on my land drops here, so hopefully we don't get brought to Ankh Town.
Ankh Town.
Ankh's a beating. Like, Ankh Vice is just like the most horrific. Like, I love that combo in old school. It is a great aggro combo. The wheel or something?
No.
Suchi.
Good old Suchi.
Okie doke.
With its amazing art.
And Shader. Yep, running some main deck Shatters here, which is generally a spicy choice, but in 93-94, if you're not in white, well, there are a few options. Crumble, Shatter, I guess Shatter Storm.
Shatter Storm, yeah. Well, Shatter's almost always got a target. Yeah,
Shatter Storm I think is in the board of this deck. I have to look, but... Alrighty.
Like another...
Alrighty. Oof. Ouch.
Like another Copper Tablet right then and there. That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be pretty good.
Nope.
Gets me right now. That's it? Okay.
Or an Ancestral.
Ancestral is never really a bad card to have in your hand, is it?
Yeah, it's not in this deck.
Alright.
I'm just looking at an untapped Mox Sapphire.
Alright, 2 cards left. Well, if they're both Bolt, I guess I'm dead. Unless I have counter magic. Alright.
Bolt heavy draw.
Nope.
Man says nope.
Well, you got a Factory still, so I mean, if I commit to throwing a Chain Lightning back at you to bring you down to 9, I'm at least taking 2 off Factory and not able to stop it with my own Bolt if I have one.
Yeah.
So, and I possibly have Counterspell as well to stop whatever your next play is. And if you have another Bolt, I mean, I can stop the next Bolt and take you off of red if that's what it is. All right, a Tog.
Tog a Tog.
That's cool.
Poor factory.
Let me think for a second here, man. Well, your last card is not a bolt, because you would have won the game, right?
It's a mountain.
All right. High upside. Play to win.
Goes down to 2. What is this?
It's me not being able to tap mana is what it is right now. Alrighty. I'm dead regardless. I didn't hit what I needed to there.
Yeah. Well, actually,
you don't need to do anything.
I actually do have a bolt in hand.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Why would you not kill me? Just play around counterspell?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's in his. I can do.
I feel like if I have counterspell there, I'm still probably losing the game because I don't have a threat in hand to actually win the game. I'm not saying it's wrong to hold it. I don't think it's incorrect, but
I didn't see the point in casting there.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Well, it's the highest upside play, but I mean, it's obviously comes with some risk, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do I not like? The namesake of this card. I don't seem to draw it.
Huh.
Well, I guess this. But what do I take it? Those go. Sideboarding.
I'm almost done here. I'm just checking the last ones. Oh, cut that. I'll put this in. I'm actually sideboarding a decent number of cards against you, which is, I guess, feels pretty good. I'll probably cut that. Alrighty. I believe I'm ready. Let's just say Hypnotic Spectre and Royal Assassin felt really bad against you. The bazillion bolts.
Oh, they're awesome. Totally keep them in.
Hippie. It's like the 8 bolt deck. No, thank you. And you're probably running like at least a Fireball or an Earthquake. Actually, yeah. Actually, Earthquake's a cool Mambo combo with Suchi. Blow up your own Suchi's and then cast another one.
Yeah, do that to Jordan playing the Cobalt deck. Sacked a bunch of Suchis to altar, or blew it out with Nev Disc, and then fireballed him for huge.
Yeah,
while I was locked under a moat.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Can't keep this one lander.
Yeah.
It's unexciting but capable.
Alrighty.
Do I want this? No. Not right now. So I'll never see it again since I'm not shuffling.
No, it's a singleton card.
Unless you cast Time Twister.
Bottom Scry, Ancestral Recall.
It's like bottom scry equals goodbye.
I had a funny play where I actually put an Ancestral Recall under a Chrome Mox. Imagine what was the situation that warranted that. That's what I would ask you. If you can think it up. 1 second here. I gotta tank for a second. Here you go. It was Paradoxical Outcome Storm. I had a PO and I had Ancestral in hand. PO actually like netted mana and got me a lot more cards than Ancestral did. And I was like, well, YOLO. Felt bad though. Felt really bad. I almost thought it'd be fun to take a snapshot of the picture or the event or that actual occurrence. So it's just kind of out there. All right. Weird draw from you. Much slower draw.
That's Wasn't great, but I can't throw it back.
All right, so you probably have 1 to 2 red elemental blasts, be my guess. Go ahead, get them.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. No, I'm throwing them out there for you to get. It felt pretty certain, especially with no action on 1 and 2. All right, Suchi.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, at a minimum, I'm not getting attacked unless you have a Mox as well. All right, you got a Mox. I'm getting attacked by Factory. Cool.
Factory.
Yes, sir.
Wish I had my, still have my winter ones, but I don't know what one of their updates just completely nerfed all the promos foils.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, like the promos in the 8th edition ones are just like what?
They're all blacked out. Yeah, they're all blacked out, or they like look like a negative of the image.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, my foil ones look so beautiful. What have you done?
Yeah, no, they did hose some of the old cards. Like the Soul Ring looks like it's like black on the inside.
And okay.
Okay, there you go.
That's a fun card.
I have 2 of them, and I have both of them randomly, so I guess, sorry. Sorry, very hateful. I am down to at a minimum to 2 cards, so I have burned my hand up.
I am down to
3 as well.
Uncastable spells. Good old workshop.
It is an awkward card.
Nope, I'm not going to get my factory bolted.
Alrighty. Yeah, my Soul Ring was short term, let's just say. Yep. Alright.
Low shelf life.
So interesting. Alright, so you only have 1 reb. I figure you probably would blow up one of these. Maybe you don't blow up either of them if you have only 1 reb left. Maybe you just wait for a threat. I don't know. Alright. Is this Mana Barbs? Yeah, okay.
Cool. Not the OGR, but that's what we got.
I'm gonna take the barbs damage here.
It's pretty close though. It's barbs-ish. Barbs-ish looking.
That is the one thing that's annoying about barbs, the triggers.
There's actually a lot of cards in old school that give you a lot of triggers.
Power Surge. It doesn't trigger, but it doesn't work anymore. Because I think Power Surge is what it only works with Mana Burn. So you just tap your lands out.
Actually, I didn't want to do that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mana Barbs also makes you can't untap your stuff. It's like City of Brass.
Yeah.
It triggers, so now your land can't untap. Yeah.
Actually, there is. I have been able to untap from City of Brass in some situations. I'm like, I don't understand why.
City of Brass is buggy online. If you have like multiples of them, like you can tap like 3 lands, and it'll untap one of your lands to like gets caught up on the trigger or some weird thing. It's bizarre. I think it's actually an error because you shouldn't be able to untap your City of Brass once the trigger's gone on the stack, right?
Yeah.
Like real life. I mean, that's why they redesigned it as Confluence. All right, this is a Tog. Okay. No, it's a chain. Okay. I'll take the last one too. Alrighty.
And that is, yeah, go.
That's what you got? Okay.
Hellbat. Need that Ankh to be a tablet. No.
Yeah, I'm obviously not going to play lands into that thing.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty.
Attack with factory, it's 1 damage. 4 cards. 2 fluxes. 2 counters in your hand.
Well, counters aren't really shocks at this point, so I stop 1 damage, right?
Unless they're hydras or whatever.
Yeah, they could be Hydroblast. I did bring in some Bebs, not Hydros, but all right. Okay. Unfortunately, cannot stop that. So you got me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna wait around.
Nope, makes sense.
Could leave it, but math does not work out for me.
Nope, not over enough time, probably.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
About a Talon play.
I need to hit a Hydro to get rid of that Barbs. That Barbs is actually the most dangerous thing on the board. Alrighty. Or not Hydro, I'm sorry. No, I'm saying Hydro. Beb.
Beb, yeah. Pretty much the same thing. Play all of them in pre-modern if you want to. Be kind of gross. Time Twister. Thinking hard. Or is it just Discord? You there? Or is it just me? Something. What's going on with the sound? Discord. What are you doing? Or maybe he disconned? His time's still going down. Maybe he had to leave suddenly. Wait a sec, see what's up. So 3 cards in hand, I gotta do 7 damage. Somehow.
Hey, I'm back, man. I don't know what happened there. I think I had a memory surge or something. I got booted from Moto and Discord.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah, it's Moto. Sorry, viewers. But Eli is a master editor, so maybe we won't get to see this. You know what? Let him see it.
If by master editor you mean I just leave it in, then yes.
You should leave it in. You know, you should, though. You honestly should, man. It's hashtag justice.
Yeah.
So here's what I would say about Moto. Like, WotC, I love this game so much. I have loved this game since I was a child and fell in love with the art. But this game is like serving a filet mignon on a trash can lid plate. This is what this...
Well, it could be amazing if they had just, you know, spent the proper
Honestly,
money.
I don't care if it looked like Chandelar squares, as long as it worked. Like, as long as it worked, it'd be great. Like, it does do some weird stuff. Like I know if I leave it on, and it was on for a little bit. Like, if I leave it on for a while, like, it'll just fail at some point. I probably should have restarted it before we started playing. Alrighty.
How do I win from here? Tapping
No, you just draw a burn. Yep. Draw a burn.
I could.
I hear Fireball is really good in this position. It says deal X plus 1 damage to yourself and then X to the other person.
Well, I go to Fireball to you, I go to 3, and then you just bolt me in response, and I feel sad.
Yeah, and I may or may not have a bull. I've been representing it pretty hard against your factory the whole game, so.
I know.
It's either complete bullshit or it's legit.
Well, I guess I do this.
Yep, you got it. It is dead.
I don't know if this
should tap it for mana in response. just tap with you. All right. It's a Wheel of Fortune. Oof. 1 second.
7/7.
I gotta think here because you hit some chains. You hit 2 chains. You go down to. So I do have bolt in hand. So this is where the math comes in because
puts me at 4.
I hit you for. Well, I go down to 6, and then you go down to 4. You have double taps left for bolts. You have. Well, yeah, but I only have 4 bolts. You have 8 in your deck. So the chances of you hitting a bolt is higher. And I don't think I'm running Psionic Blast in this deck.
And you also have counters too, which you can draw. But
well,
those do damage.
but yeah, they do 2 damage to me. They make it a shock as opposed to a bolt.
Yeah.
It's close. I mean, I think I bolt you still, but I'm going to go for the bolt line. I'm not sure. I have to look at the deck really hard. I'm not going to sit here and tank that long to think through, like...
I don't see why you wouldn't bolt it.
Well, there's a consideration because the 1 damage down to 6, because that puts me dead to 2 bolts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is sort of a detriment, but what are you going to do? Oh. I suppose Chain's also somewhat risky because I can throw it back at you. I mean, that's 2 damage off of it. Plus 3. It's not that great, I guess.
That's kind of funny.
Nothing? All right.
Jet's good. Kind of.
Yes, sir.
1 shot. Basically a Lotus pedal.
DT.
I assume that I lose. What could you get?
One second, I gotta think.
Fireball?
No, Bolt is what I got. To turn off your mana, basically. You can't tap lands anymore, or else I kill you. Is the thinking.
Yeah, that was the worst wheel ever.
I got Counterspell and Blue Elemental Blast is what I ended up getting. I didn't get Burn, but I got the DT, so I can get Bolt, and then basically you have to... I didn't remove your Barbs, because I think Barbs now is good for me, oddly enough. I mean, you have to get, like, basically Black Lotus to cast a spell, right? Because if I cast my spells, I go to exactly 1, which is, I think, okay here. I mean, 1's not dead. Or I suppose if you could, like, quad bolt or something crazy like that, like, put it over the top of my burn.
Yeah, you can just Driller to activate my factory and see what you do.
You could, but I mean, if you activate factory, you go down to 3, and then I just bolt you in response.
Yeah.
And then because you're in the combat step, you can't cast the chain lightning, so it'd have to be all bolts that you had, right?
No, that's why I want jewelry, because it doesn't deal me damage to activate, make factory active.
Correct. That's why I played the Mox down, because I didn't want to go to 4. 4 is actually bad for me because I can't counterspell Beb and lightning bolt at 4. I'd go to 0 at that point. So the Mox was actually very, very relevant there.
Play that. Puts me at 2. You do that. 4. Can I do anything?
Okay.
Damage is weird.
Okay. That's dead. I'll pay for it with my lance. This hurts so bad. Why?
Do it. Come on. Do it.
I'll just play more lands that... These are like Koth lands, except they do the damage to you. Have you ever ultimated a Koth with a hammer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's actually pretty awesome. I had him in a blue-red deck in Cube a couple days back, and it was pretty funny. I get to ultimate the guy.
He's awesome.
But the opponent didn't concede against it either. I'm like, dude, you know you can concede. Like, I started playing control with my lands. I was like, you can really concede here. I'm just getting more information. My lands are beating you. Oh. All right, so you're waiting for what? You're waiting for artifact mana so that you can use your factories. Makes sense.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, 1 second. I gotta think here because I may be able to force the action with the factories. I mean, the question becomes, how many bolts am I willing to believe you have? Or Rebs, I guess. Reb can't counter my bolt, though. Alright, F it. Taking the damage.
So if I do that, 3 volt me.
Yep, get in there for the damages.
Two, 3. No matter which way I go. I got like 5 or 6 land off my wheels, my standard wheel.
Oh, yeah? That bad? Sorry, man.
Since then, it's
Alright,
been good.
I ain't gonna play scared. I'm gonna go to 3. Bolt over the top. If you got 2 bolts, you win the game here. Okay.
No, because I'm at 1 already.
Yeah.
If I had to draw, my last 3 draw steps were chain, lightning, but by then it was too late.
Yeah. Alrighty, well.
If it had been the other way around, I could have killed you that turn when I wheeled.
Alright. I don't know why I only have 2 blue elemental blasts in the sideboard of this deck. But like a bazillion energy flux. I have 3 energy flux. I only put 2 in. I'm gonna stick with this is, I think. I felt halfway decent. I mean, I probably didn't need 2 energy fluxes there, but whatevs. So folks haven't figured out by this point, I'm playing basically like kind of a pretty fair like Grixis mid-range deck. Just kind of just an interactive deck.
Keep, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to keep mine too. This hand has some liabilities, but I think it is worth keeping. Okay. Well, that was pretty epic level good. All right, man. Here we go. YOLO 69. Woo! Oh, cancel. Hopefully you can undo this.
Yeah,
I forgot this is.
You can undo that.
You should be able to undo that. It's a mana. It's a mana ability. So it's like untapping a land.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Sometimes City Brasses let me untap it, and other times it won't. I'm like, I can't figure it out.
Well, because it stacks, you shouldn't be able to actually. Technically, I think technically. All right. Well, Chusam Jin. Is that going to be good enough? We shall see.
Against the Bolt deck, I would think so.
Generally, I mean, you could double bolt the dude. It's possible. I don't know. Chusam is a big old fella. A Tog can also probably beat it in combat.
What do I do here? I need my mana. Guess I can do that.
Yeah, you got it.
3, 4. Yep, that's all I got.
Alrighty. So this is running 2 Chusam Jins and 4 Serendibs in it. Only 2 counter spells, 1 mana drain. Alright. Okay.
Suicide.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's worth doing. I just don't know if it'll matter or not. Because I mean, I don't think it changes the clock on Juzam, right? But what it does change the clock on is if I decide to bolt face, I believe, because this goes down to 9, then 8 plus 3 down to 5. So technically, if I bolt you right now, you're dead on the following upkeep for your turn, right? So I guess it does actually have an impact. Never mind. All right. Okay.
Lotus 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Sad times. Sad times.
Okay.
Bolt.
Okay.
Factory. Yep.
Alright, you go.
Maybe I should not only the tailwhip, but let's see, I got another one.
Oh, you just played that this turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
All right. set a precedence here.
Hey, I'm here.
You gotta make sure you understand what's at stake here. I have factory, bro. All right, get after me. All right.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. Probably too many cards, even if I don't like Tablet.
Gwen, go. The one interesting. Okay, well that sucks.
I don't have a threat, so it doesn't really matter at this
Yeah.
point. I did, but I had to burn my Lotus.
Go. I didn't have the bolt there to see you track, and I only run 4, so I mean sometimes you got him. It's really for removal in this deck. Well, this deck is basically kind of like a mid-range deck. It can do a little bit of everything. All right, we're gonna get burned off here. Oh, trike. Okay.
Yep. So
Alrighty.
that does not stack
Yeah,
damage.
I mean, it does a lot of damage to me.
I prefer if it's stack damage.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hold up here. Hold up here. What should I have in my yard?
Your yard. You're gonna animate
Well,
dead.
I have a recall in hand.
Oh.
So, yeah. One of those sort of things.
All the fair blue cards.
It doesn't matter. I have counterspell in hand, so I'm gonna do this. Get your last card. Put you off the top. Attack. You can do 3 to me. +2 next turn. +1 off tablet. I'm still fine, I think. So I can counter your lightning bolt if you. Oh, another trike. Oof. I actually could have won.
No, because I
It would've been
block
close.
6, 3, 6, 2 from tablet, 8. That put you at like 3. Put you in bolt range.
Exactly. Yeah. So it could have. And it's not a 0% that you draw a bolt. I mean, running like probably 8 in the deck.
Yeah.
So definitely not a bad follow up with the trike. Alrighty. Well, good game, man.
Did I? Apparently I did not click on the block, but did that matter?
Yeah, probably would have if you. Yeah, I had a counterspell. It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
There's no Thrun's the Last Troll in in OS.
No.
No.
Not that I know of.
No. No. Unfortunately, I don't believe there are.
There is a sledge troll though.
Sedge Troll?
Yes.
He's counterable though, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if there's any uncounterable spells.
All right.
I mean, like there are Mishra's Factory, like Strip Mine, like those are the 2 that probably matter the most. No, I really enjoy playing that deck because it's not like a counter everything deck. It's more of like, I guess you would call it mid range or tempo control or aggro control. But he gets to play Solkanar the Swamp King, which is one of the first legends I ever opened in a pack, and is well, in my opinion, a very sweet card. I think it's just cool. I like him a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, he's just cool. I mean, like the art's awesome. It's Richard Kane Ferguson art. He's a 5/5 Swamp Walk for 5 mana, which, you know, in the time of Legends, that's very efficient. Even though he's Grixis Pie mana, but very efficient card for the times. I mean, and then his like gain of life with black spells is like sometimes slightly relevant, but he's just cool. He's a cool dude. 5/5 Swamp Walker is pretty sweet. He's like the first Ice and Shade, which was, you know, obviously a lot more bust because he got around Swords and Plowshares, but
cool. So I have another game up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. I don't see you here, so I have to like push the X button to like see new games, I guess. Alrighty.
The X button.
I'm gonna do this deck. This is actually just a splash blue deck. I promise there are no counter spells in it. But it does splash blue because power blue is just too stupidly good. Alright, this is a mull. Oof. Am I going to 5?
This is a mull, but I'm keeping.
You're keeping?
This deck
value keep.
This deck
Alright,
is
I'm
silly.
keeping this. I am putting that right on top.
This is a low tier fun deck, so whatever.
This one's a little bit. It's not spiky. It's decent deck. So hopefully the game's still good. All right, so Badlands go. Or at least I think this deck's good. That's one of the better starts in OS. Yep, you got it. All right.
Dun dun dun. Go.
All right. Just hold your applause / lamentations till end of turn. Mull of 5. Don't have pyro. Just be miserable.
All the broken cards already.
Yeah, I'm going for it, man. I'm trying. Trying to do silly stuff. I'm debating how I want to do it. Yeah, we'll probably do this. Okay.
That's the only good thing about my hand.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here you go.
8 cards. I guess like that.
Okay. Here you go. Oh, we're both out of lands. Oof. Oof. Oh, Taiga. Cool. Oh, I know what you're playing. Here you go. I know what you're playing. At least it's not going to be good against the cards I currently have in play. The only reason I know what you're playing is I just played it. I think Jordan was playing it. It's the last time we played. You gonna get it into play here? It'd be sweet. And for the viewers, he is playing Living Plane, is my guess.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you need greens, right?
Thought I tapped it for. Apparently, I did not.
Okie doke.
I was hoping you lay a land right there that turn.
It would have been a lot worse for you if I had. It actually really would have. This is actually a huge time beating for me. Because if I had hit a land, one of those 2 turns, I would have stopped this pretty resolutely. This is a RG Ponza deck, so you'd be out of lands. It basically came down to like draw if I can hit lands or if you do.
Yeah, like I said, this deck is just silly.
Because actually, what I went for, I did not DT for the strip mine. I actually DT'd for Wheel of Fortune. I had strip mine in hand, and the strip mine, the follow-up strip mine was actually backbreaking. I'll discard this here. Don't need it right now. Because even if I draw a land now, Summoning Sickness is obviously going to stop me, so I'm trying to draw fast mana to stop some of the nonsense you've got going on. Okay. Alrighty.
All the stellar old schools. Prodigal Sorcerer.
Oh, I gotta think here. It may just be worth going to the sideboards in this one. Because I'm never going to be able to get a land down.
Yeah,
and I've drawn land at this point, but it's irrelevant, I think. Yeah. It really came down to drawing it in those 2 draw phases. Whoever drew it first pretty much won, I think. Unfortunately. Alright, well.
I
don't really have a great sideboard against this deck. I guess I can put these in. Nah, I'm just going to rejam it, I think. I think this should be a pretty good matchup for this deck. Just unfortunate way the hands paired up. And that was a Mold of 5, so with an Ancestral on, with a Sapphire on top and an Ancestral in hand. Which generally should be pretty good.
What do I not want? Maybe probably want that.
I also really like the main deck Earthquake I have in this matchup. Just savage. Everyone's land's dead now.
Everybody.
No, it's funny. I was playing Jordan on this list when he was playing your list of I always forget the name, Living Plane, and I was playing with Dreamstone, and it was really funny because like the World Enchantment Clause came in, and like in the beginning I was like talking about how the World Enchantment Clause would be relevant, and then I just like continually forgot to play around it, or like not use my I can't think of it, Dream Field or Field of Dreams as a disenchant effect. I would just like play it out, and then he would cast this and kill my Field of Dreams. I'd be like, God damn it, I'm so stupid. Like I had this thing, and I knew it was need to be a disenchant. It was a really funny set of games.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
It was just goofy. It was really goofy, like because both decks are really dorky. I don't think the Living Plane deck's horrendous though. It's just the issue it has is if it doesn't hit it's an A+B combo deck, so if it doesn't hit the right string of cards, and it's relying on a 4-mana enchantment with disenchant in the format, which is dicey to say the least. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
Keep, I guess. And it's probably should take this card of the deck. Lotus.
I'm not doing anything cool with it right now, though. I'm just casting this thing. Just getting it in play. Go ahead and play that Moxen out. Are those Moxen out? Okay. Yep.
This again. T1 disc.
Go. Turn 1 disc. Turn 1 Aloha. Consistency. Alrighty.
Explore.
I should turn off my auto yields. Alright. Yep. Just making sure I have my auto yields off. I would feel really be a feel bad moment if like you just something broken and I didn't disc it. Alright. Timmy. You gonna force that pop? Yep.
Pop pop.
I gotta ask myself a very important question here. And I already decided it. Do I do this now? I'll do a 2-for-1 off of it. I guess it's kind of a 2-for-2.
Yeah. Lotus and disc for Sapphire and Sorcerer.
Yep. Alright. And hope that gets some relevant stuff. Yeah. Land, that. Okay, cool. That's a 2-for-1 at least. Good old him. Good old him. Desert, yes. All right, Soul Ring.
Hmm.
You gonna put another Tim on the board? All right, so unless he has like a he lost Emerald, so he can't cast the silly without Lotus you can't cast the silly Living Plane, right? Black,
Yeah.
a demonic tutor. Okay,
So
could be for Lotus.
Or
Go in Lotus Living Plane, just YOLO it.
YOLO.
I mean, your deck will draw to beating me on that situation more than my deck will draw to beating you. I guess I am kind of a Ponza deck too, but
yeah.
I have some Ponza aspects. So, all right, just Ancestral. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's the best one.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, I don't think I can disagree with that.
Thinking, just making sure I didn't want to do something else. I don't know what the cards I drew. They're kind of.
All right, your go.
Well, that's fun.
Fun magic, man. Sinkholes, sinkholes, and hymns. Double black spells are all really fun in OS. I guess the Pump Knights are kind of interactive. Timmy.
Do this.
Being fair, you're at 43 cards to my 50, so you've seen a few. All right, I'm cool with that. I'm down.
Go.
I can't remember if you played a land this turn or not.
Yeah, City Brass.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you played it though, or if you.
I was planning on using my other land.
Do this.
Quote unquote planning versus an LD deck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Why did I cast that instead of Twister?
Shader. All right, go ahead.
Man, I am half asleep. I thought I was casting Twister, not Wheel of Fortune.
Oh no!
I just realized now. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. I was gonna say my hand was kind of stinky. You gonna get my city?
Well, yeah, because
Alrighty.
Twister at least shovels wheel back in. I was just like, what? I was like, what just happened? Okay. So 3, 4, 2. That leaves me 2. Don't want to do that. Nope.
All right.
That was bizarre. I've heard of sleepwalking, but apparently I was Wheel of Fortune walking.
You're sleep playing.
Sleep playing. I was like,
yeah. There's in the zone, and then there's like straight up autopilot on Magic. Just like I'm just casting things and doing stuff.
You know how it is.
I do. No, I do. I do. I definitely do. I played some autopilot games.
Yeah.
I have won some games where I'm like, how did this happen? I don't remember playing this. All right, what's happening here? What's going on here? I don't like you playing lands here, Like playing lands makes me spooked.
Makes you spooked?
No, not really. Not really.
6 cards.
Only pride on the line here, and my pride, I'm good. Oh, deserts are actually hilarious to me, though.
Probably shouldn't be in the deck. I mean, it does combo with, say, tap of the land, but generally I want the colored mana more than that. Okay, do I want to do this first? That's the question.
That's actually, I think, one of the things I was talking to Jordan about. I was like, man, like the mana color requirements in that deck are kind of stringent, because like you really want red for Pyrotechnics and Bolt and stuff like that. You really want blue for the Timmy, and then you really need double green. So like, it's tough with like the Maze of Iths and the deserts and whatnot. Yep, you got it.
The maze is in the sideboard.
Is it? I'm assuming you probably didn't bring it in based on what I showed you.
No.
So I'm actually a troll deck. I'd say a counter troll deck that uses LD as opposed to troll.
Let's go troll.
Yep. All right. I'm just gonna commit to this and hope it disrupts you a bit. What did I get? Shatter regrowth. Okay, cool. Regrowth is actually relevant.
I should have just done what I was gonna do. I was gonna regrowth the twister, but I want to get my bird out first.
Yeah. No, this deck can kill some creatures and blow up some artifacts and definitely kill some lands. It's kind of what it does.
Yeah, I was fine with the bird dying. I just didn't want to get hemmed in as well.
Alrighty.
Well, one misclick into one bad hem. Twice I should have twisted. Yep.
Alrighty, here you go. Getting the City of Brass with Strip Mine, well, a tiny bit greedy has actually been really relevant here. I don't think it was wrong per se. I think it was close, but.
Say what?
You strip mine my city a while back. I think pre-wheel. I think it was like a 50% call whether you do it or you don't at that point. But it has actually been hugely relevant here, just to let you know. I have Ancestral and Time Twister in hand. Actually, if you left me with it, we both get to twister our decks together again. I could draw all these wonderful sinkholes. All right, Lotus, cool.
Yeah, I definitely have to kill the city there.
No, I don't think it was 100%. I don't think it was 100% you did, to be honest. I think it was closer than that. Just for mana capacity. I mean, but you knew your hand too. Is that pre or post wheel? I think it was pre-wheel, right?
There's like 2 turns before that, I think.
Oh, I thought it was a turn of wheel, but I could be wrong. If it was 2 turns before the turn of wheel, then yeah, I think you probably do it. But alrighty, go. Alrighty. Shader. Throw a bolt at face. Alright. Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty. You go. Okay.
Desert.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, do you have a Reb? There's going to be more cards than that relatively soon here, my friend. Okay. Un momento. Do a quick count. Okay. Good.
Yep. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, 6, 7, 8.
All right. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
4 cards.
4 cards. Yep. Well, I will agree to being somewhat of a masochist. I don't want to cast this with a with living playing on the board.
Really?
No, I don't want to blow that. I don't want to. I don't want to like 20 for 1 myself, or like 20 for 2, or whatever it is. Like 6 for 2, 7 for 2. Cool. Yep.
Yep.
All right. I think the correct play here is to throw this at your face. TT.
DT.
Yep. Down to 1 card up on mana on board. I think it's the right line here. Plus, you probably have more lands in your graveyard than I do to, unfortunately for you, redraw. But we'll see. Okay. Well.
Well.
I had to think for a second. Not too long, though. How many cards in hand? Yeah.
All the fun.
All right. Yeah, it was a lucky pull. It was either that or blow up some more lands. I guess you could have me here. It'd probably be hard to cast it and kill my lands at the same turn, but maybe you could. That was a good one to keep. Or draw.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. Go.
All right.
Hey, at least man, hey, no, I ain't gonna say that.
That's all right. You can say it, man. I don't care. This deck is annoying. So like, the principle behind this deck was designed to beat decks like the deck. It's actually an invincible counter troll shell that takes out all of the counters and puts in LD to limit mana resources against like the deck, so they can't like James Day Tome forever. I actually, oddly enough, have not seen my threats. I've seen one threat. I've seen a Rook Egg, which I just twistered back into my deck because I drew at the turn I was going to twister, which is just kind of weird. I mean, it just ended up very bizarre. All right.
I was just gonna say at least my LD deck is cool.
Well, this deck can win pretty quickly. It's kind of bizarre how it's played out. I've just drawn all of the LD. Like, I do have like 4 Trolls and 4 Rook Eggs in this deck, which are supposed to work with the Nevin Jarl's disc, but just haven't done anything here.
What do I want?
Could do Time Twister, but Time Twister with Nev's disc in play seems a little risky, and I'm down to 2, so I don't know. you could mind twist me, but I'm down to 2 cards again. Or you could get Shatter, just blow up my Nev's discs. I mean, I guess it saves a Ruby, but I don't know. I guess it depends on your hand, man. I don't know. If your hand's garbage, I would twist her. I think it's a pretty free roll. It gives me first untap, but I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know there.
Oh.
All right, Loa, draw.
Straight trying to. Okay. All the fun.
I'm just going to cast my cards down. I'm not going to try to stay on this Loa plan forever. I'm not going to try to slow roll you here. I got a bunch of nonsense, so throw this dude down. I have a Rook Egg, but unfortunately I'm behind on mana for it, so you want to hit, sir?
Behind on mana.
What's that? I'm low on mana to cast Rook Egg. I'm 1 short. All right, yep. Yep.
You can blow the disc and forget to regenerate, so that's good.
I can blow disc and do what?
Forget to regenerate.
I could. Yeah, that is a possible thing that could happen. You know what card I have in the sideboard that I kind of actually want to try in some matchups is Guardian Beast. It's a cool card, at least. I mean, yeah, why not? All right, regen you.
Why not do the obvious thing?
Well, it's not per se obvious, because I mean, if you do have like a Lotus land draw, you could like Living Plane, but I don't think that does that much here. I mean, I don't know. It's not. There are lines where it's not good, but I'm just trying to like speed this up because I know it's probably pretty miserable to play against. Sorry.
No, I'm used to LD. Whatever.
Alrighty, 7 ya. No, I do have actually some decent threats in the deck. I also have an Earthquake and then a Fireball, but the burn I could have gone to face with a lot sooner, but I think it made more sense to leave it up just in case you did try to do the combo and I could possibly get like 3 lands. I had 3 bolts in hand at one point. Alrighty. So well, being fair, that game was miserable, but the first game I did kind of die to LD as well. Essentially. I want Guardian.
Fun LD though.
Yeah, it was a little more fun LD. Janky LD.
Yeah, super jank.
Well, but at the end of the day, if it works, like it's a lock, like, you know, because my land, all your land at that point basically may as well have Kismet in play because it's all summoning sick, right?
Pretty much.
All right, I'm just gonna resub it.
Sure, whatever.
All right, no turn 1 Loa for either of us. All right, I'm with this hand. This hand's all right. This hand is all right.
Sure.
Alrighty. This hand's pretty medium, but it'll play a game of Magic, I think. I hope. You just nut draw Ancestral on turn 1.
I never nut draw. Old school, pretty much. You just draw endless land or no land.
I nut draw like a champion on the deck. I don't know why. Probably just has the most busted cards in this format, but
yeah, it's
cool.
That's why I despise playing it. Except now and then, it's just like, oh, like all the this one deck just gets to play all the dumb cards. Fun. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just blue is just so stupid, right? In this format. All right.
In most formats, we're still paying for that mistake. We all have to pay.
Do I lose here? Nope.
No, this deck isn't like a combo, like kill you. It just tries to hopefully get, you know, an early thing. And
all right, taste a bolt. F6.
Early playing and try and ride it out. It's not like a combo deck.
Yeah.
It's not like Dreams or something.
Dreams or TV combo is not as good as Dreams, but TV combo is a decent combo. Power Monolith.
Like I was saying, this is my usual Time Twister wheel. It's just they're always hot garbage.
Sorry, mate.
I'm like, how can these be so bad so consistently? So bad.
Didn't do too horrible by me.
See, and you draw Ancestral like literally every game.
Well, you did Twister me into it. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get Living Plane. Like once you get Living Plane on the board, like a red-black deck, base red-black deck's never gonna deal with it. It's just like it's there to stay. I have to like kill your lands in response to it and hope that works out. So
true enough.
Living Plane. All right, here it goes.
Not much else. Earthquake for one. You know,
I could have done that with my first hand. My first hand I could have done that with, actually.
Pretty funny.
Which would have been a humorous play.
It would be pretty
I
funny.
gotta think here for a second. Alright, I think the line is this. I think we, well, that has summoning sicknesses, right? I think we him you and get some landage, which is not great. And then I think I bolt your red producing land and say go. Okay. Sapphire. Emerald. I just don't want to see a Ruby. Ruby's scary because it's Pyrotechnics territory. Get in there, use Pendlehaven. Sweet. Gonna stay back and make itself a 2/3 defender. Got it.
I should probably just pump anyway. Chicken chimichanga. Swamp,
sorry,
swamp,
thinking for a second, man. Alright, Stone Rain. Get in there for one.
Come on, Dak. One time, show me some love.
Well, you'd have to hit like Lotus or Ruby for me to be like, oh, Jesus, I'm losing. But if you get red land, I guess I just try to blow it up or whatever. But alright, green land. Red is the color that scares me. I guess, or you could have Timmy, but one second, let me read something here.
Okay.
You know what I'm curious about? How does Nev's disc work when all of these things are turned? I assume it kills everything. It just kills the lands too.
Kills the
Nev's
board.
disc. Yeah, it would kill everything. Like just everything would go away.
Yep.
Oof, be some savagery. I'm wondering if I could get like some value off that. Like, there's got to be some equity in doing that if I can float mana, right? I mean, it's dicey, but. Alright, you know what? In the land of the blind, the 3/3 is God. Alright, DT.
Come on, Dak. So many cards. So many cards. Obviously not. Why, Dak? Why? Every time. I did tutor for the library.
No, I did tutor for the library. I actually tutored for Sinkhole to stop your next red source. That could be. I think that's right, but I don't know. Could be wrong there. All right. This is the insurance policy, the F the world policy, and I guess I could leave behind a 3/3 and just be like,
I'm just gonna concede.
okay, you're good on it. All right. No, I went for a literal sinkhole because it was the cheapest thing to cast on possibly like a tap out turn as opposed to like a Stone Rain.
Why is this freezing, Moto? Come on.
Yeah, Moto's been a little weird tonight.
One time I thought it was gonna work out. I killed my Taiga. I was gonna Pyrotechnics your board.
Yeah, I know Pyrotechnics is spooky, and I will say this: I have a little bit of an advantage in that match because as soon as you started playing the game, I was like, I know what you're playing because I played Jordan on it before. I think. Well, actually, game 1 you beat me anyway, so I may have figured it out. Actually, I did because I think you had it board. But I played against Jordan on that deck, so I kind of know its secret. It's got like the 3 Pyrotechnics, like 4 Timmy kind of combo going on.
Yeah, I don't know why you're worried about me going off one turn. The deck is not really capable of doing that. Just
well, the issue becomes like I can't deal with the enchantment, and it takes away the ability for me to use my mana the turn it comes into play, which is kind of a problem because the deck's denial strategy relies very heavily upon also making its own land drops and using the mana up on the turn it gets it. So it's actually a very significant liability for that build. Now, if it was like a counter troll deck, I wouldn't be worried about it at all because I mean counters will tend to beat like the A plus B combos, but the LD doesn't. The LD is more for the long game against the deck because like they're such a mana hungry build, and they also rely on like Twister and draw 7s. And if they're drawing a bunch of lands because we've been blowing up a bunch of lands, or if they draw a higher proportion than I do when I Twister, because I have more land permanents in play, then it tends to be better just to have all those spells. You kind of make up some equity that way against their more powerful cards. So that's kind of the philosophy behind that build. Because it basically is, like I said, it's just an invincible counter troll or disco troll deck. I call it Disco Rain because it's it's a Stone Rain deck. Some tongue in cheek, if you will. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little different. I think this time. Yeah, how about this? Yeah. All right. Cool. This is a pretty cool deck. It does also have blue, but it also plays some creatures, so it's an interesting deck. So, well, I think I keep this.
So, Ancestrals for days again. Okay, gotcha.
There was no Ancestral in this opener. I promise you that. There is no Ancestral here.
But I mean, another deck with Ancestral in it. Do I keep
Correct.
Mulligan?
I've talked to a lot of people about like not playing blue decks in old school, and it's funny because I think the best decks against the blue decks actually don't play blue. But the blue decks are just, I don't know, it's such a class of their own. I feel like, it was part of like the identity of like old school, like it's blue, right? Like the identity of it is really blue. I mean,
Why did I keep this hand?
I don't know. I don't know what you're playing, man.
I should not have I did
Okey
mulligan
doke.
this. I should have mulligan this too.
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
Yeah, I like old school, but I don't know. I find I can only play it for so long, and I get sick of blue. I'm like, oh man, I'm just tired of Ancestral and Twister all
Well,
day
the thing
long.
with the format is, and like it's one of the things that burns me out on it too, is it's a really high variance format. Like even in the blue matchups, like there's just certain cards that if they're drawn in a certain sequence, depending on matchup, like you just win. Like, and it's exacerbated so much under the European rules. What we got here.
Well, that's why
You got it.
I moved to the other ones. I'm like, it's at least it's far more open. It's the European one. I think is a horrible format, to be honest.
I'm not a fan either. I was playing a dude the other night, and I'm like, dude, like, I love you, but I really can't play this. Like, this is just, it's unplayable to me. It's just so bad because really it's just deck mirrors. And then, like, when you're playing the deck mirror, it's just like, all right, did you draw Ancestral first, or did you draw fast mana into Jame Day Tome, Vice, no Disenchants? But really it comes down to, like, Ancestral Time Twist, or Ancestral and Mind Twist are the two cards that I think are the most relevant in the mirror match for that matchup. And if you draw the Ancestral first, you almost always win. And or if you get, Mind Twist down on a pretty close board parity, you always win. So, yep. Well, sir, you're obviously playing blue as well, or you're just playing artifacts to ramp to stuff and things.
Yeah, there's some blue in here.
All right.
Some blue. What do I want to do? That one. That's one. Ruby? thought you said you had all the.
What's up?
The new
Oh,
power.
I do. I had 2 sets of these old ones, and I built this deck before the new power came online. I haven't played this deck in a long time. All right, is this Twister turn or is this an Urnum Jin? Okay, well, I'm gonna counterspell you, buddy. Sorry.
Well, we all knew you had that.
Yeah. Yes, sir, I did. It's been kind of a dog of a draw, though, to be honest. A lot of lands. No, actually, at one point I had like, I guess sick brags or whatever. I had 3 sets of the new art power from VMA, and I ended up giving one away for a tournament that I hosted. I sold one to exchange or to transmute them at one point into the old original art and original frame. The frame's the biggest piece. The new frames kill me. Yeah, okay. I think we're actually in a mirror of sorts, to be honest, although my deck does not look like it is right now. Mana burn.
To be honest, I prefer the this artwork and the
over the old ones? Really?
And same with the OG duels. To be honest, I've never particularly been a fan of the artwork. I mean, it's not bad or anything. I actually like the artwork that they first did for Cube and then released in the whatever it was.
They're not bad. I'm a big fan of full art lands. I actually like full art cards. Not from like just like a pimp perspective or whatever, but from the perspective that like it makes them very easily recognizable. Like if my islands are all like full art islands, like it just I look at my mulligan decisions and keep decisions are very fast. I'm like I can see my land right away. I'm like bam, I know.
Yeah, I'm still
I'm playing a control deck.
I still don't know why they don't do full art all the time.
Well, it's it's for people who are just starting, man. I mean, if you just see like my full art like lightning helix, someone would be like, "What the hell?" I've had players ask me, "What does this do?"
No,
they didn't know how to like.
I mean for basic
use Moto
land,
to click on it. Correct. I like full art basically. I think it's just simpler. It makes reading hands, looking at hands, especially for like coverage, a lot easier. I think, but to each their own.
Well, I mean, basic land is the way they show off a new plane, right? So why not show it off with full art?
True. My first threat. I am a Kurt Ape deck, and that is the first threat I've drawn. So I kind of kept a sketchier one.
Well, I kept a hand I should not have. That is... Oh, man, do I want to do this?
Ancestral. Psionic Blast my ape. Psy Blast on ape would fly. Oh, that?
I got 7 cards, but I got no land. Oh, look. Oh, no. Oh, are you gonna...
No, I'm not going to counter that. I have no cards in hand. I'm up on mana. I'm going to let you do that. I do have a counter spell in hand, but I'm not countering that. No way.
I don't want to,
no way,
but
sir.
I need
Yeah, no, if the hand was that bad, I'd make sense. There's no way I'm countering that, even with a counter spell in hand.
Plus, I already told you. Whenever I wheel or whatever, it's just Garbo.
It's all lands.
Straight Garbo. Yeah, this one was almost all lands. The things I needed earlier, and not so much now. Well, I need some land, obviously. I don't even have one yet. Yep. Yep. Sure.
All right, get in there, Coco. Yeah, very weird draw for my deck. I mean, I think the beginnings of that match, I think we're actually in the mirror match, like almost the exact mirror match.
Not even close.
Oh, no, we're not. Well, I saw Serendib and Ernie, and I was like, we're pretty close. I'm like basically an Arabian aggro deck. It's kind of what I'm playing.
Well, we got some cards, yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe we don't have counter spells in common, but yeah, I saw Serendib and Urnum, and I was like, it's pretty similar. It's close.
Do I not like?
I like this over Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is pretty medium. actually my second mid-range deck of the night. Or I guess, is there really mid-range in old school, or is it all like aggro control, or like aggro basically, right? Or combo, I guess, but really it's aggro combo or control combo. I mean, based on what you showed me, I could bring an energy flux. That seems kind of bad, though. Maybe it's not bad. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't play flux because flux is just like a crappy miser card. All right.
What did I put? Oh,
all right. Yep.
Put those in. What do I not want? I like it all.
Alrighty.
Maybe this. So, YOLO 61.
All right, YOLO 61. I like it. when a half land is required.
Half a land?
Yeah, we were talking about the guy the other night, Wakefield. That was a Wakefield thing. It was like 60. He plays 61 card decks because it was his philosophy was that he needed like a half land. Like the deck needed a half land more based on his calculus or whatever.
Actually,
Yeah,
I think it sounds like 62.
It sounds like nonsense to me, but sounds kind of garbo. I'm gonna mull this one. And whenever a hand folds to strip mine on turn 1, you probably mull it, right?
I guess I keep this.
And it's free. It's on the draw. All right, this hand's a lot better. I'm glad I did that. Keep.
Actually, I think Wakefield had 62 card decks.
It was something weird like that. It was 1 or 2 over. I forget, but I know it wasn't. It wasn't like the standard, like generally believed, like like you just play the lands you need. you play 60 cards rather.
I know he's a proponent of playing more land. He was one of the first people that realized that people are playing far too little land.
No, when in doubt, if it's like between like playing an extra card you're not sure on or a land, I mean, you go land. It's the economy of the game. All right. Rawr. Rawr. All right, go. I can't attack into that thing.
No.
Mishra's Factory. You played it the last turn. I can become a 3/3, right? We're not playing by like real old school rules, are we? Or like really, really old school rules.
I mean, like technically, you can attack into it. Well, I don't have Earthquake, so I guess this is over. Oh.
Yeah, this deck looks totally different this game.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Crumble the Mox.
I'm still dead no matter what. Because I assume we have at least one bolt. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Control magic.
It does nothing.
Okay.
Does the little...
I do not have bolt in hand, just to let you know. No bolts here.
Well, it doesn't matter. You put me down to 4.
Yeah, it's beat through next turn.
Whoa. Attackers? No.
Alright.
Land? No.
Alright.
Do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ernie? Oh, Suchi. Okay.
Suchi.
The Suchirino.
Can I take it out now? Let's do this now.
Another interesting option here is you could, and this is, hear me out on this, you could kill the Taiga to make my dudes 1/1s.
You know, I thought about that and take you up a red as well.
Yeah, and I mean I haven't played another one. Yeah, it would take me off red for Bolt. Un momento. Thinking. All right, this dude. Get this back. And go, sir.
Nope.
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what the heck? Am I reading the cards upside down?
Man, why does this sushi cost 8? Alright, you got him.
I thought I was tapping blue. Apparently I was tapping green. Just waiting to die to a flurry of bolts.
Yeah.
Ivory Mask.
Oh, Ivory Mask? Yeah. There's no white man out here. How are we going to do that? show and tell Ivory Mask. Like, what's going on here? This is old school.
That's not legal.
Neither of those cards are. Although I would have to give you props if you show and told that Ivory Mask and like, what the hell is going on here?
It'd be like, it was so ballsy that they just let it go.
There's something so busted going on. I don't even comprehend it right now. All right, go ahead, man.
They're like, we knew it was completely illegal, but it was just so ballsy, we just let it go.
Yeah. Oh, I'd let it go. I feel like good beats, dude. Blood Knight. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, this is a time shifted version of an old school card.
Oh, this is like just like White Knight. It's close enough. I did let a dude play like Confluences against me. I was just like, that's cool, man. All right, what do you have to like not die here? Crumble. Crumble would do it. You know what? Like, you don't win the game if you don't take the shot on, but I'm gonna believe that you have a crumble in hand. I'll believe that. I'll just wait for a bolt. Hang out here with my Cocos. You'll have to tell me how accurate that read is after the game. All right, go. Or blue mana at this point.
Coco.
I mean, hell. I guess another option is... Alright, copy artifact, cool. You got it.
Still can't attack.
I mean, you can.
It's an option.
It is true.
Not a very good one, but it's an option.
Go.
Too little, too late.
You just draw Earthquake.
just drawing every useless card.
Man, you can't cast an Ernie on this board, right? All right, go ahead.
Or Serendip.
No. He'd look spooky for a turn. If you could see my hand, you'd see one of the frailties of this deck, which is a mana base. Although it's only running 2 Mishra's Factories, oddly enough. It's running a full set of strips, but... Alright. Just an Ernie for lulz. Brain Geyser. Oh, Trike, okay. Alright, I can't stop that. So go on ahead. Domed on a Coco.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Alright.
It's 2, 3, 4, 4. Sure, why not?
Un momento.
I'm just a sitting dead man anyway.
Yep, goes through.
Yep, F4. Okay, so fuck.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, it makes it awkward. You gotta kill the one with your trike, lose the trike though. Yep. Maybe you could bolt a Coco, and I could kill a Coco too, but then the factory lives, right? No.
Yeah, it's like pick your poison.
I think actually killing the Coco is slightly better. It depends on if you're running what's the stupid card called? City in a Bottle. Because I mean it costs no mana to attack with Coco or block with them. Obviously the
Oh man, my hand is such a troll.
You should see mine. It is I literally have 3 double blue spells, and the other 2 cards are blue. So I'm just like waiting on an island to do anything here. I bet it is though. It's probably like Ernie's and like Serendibs.
Yeah,
And Cities of Brass.
my last like 6 draw steps have been to like basically a giant finger.
All right, well, I think I got it here. This. Oh, speaking of which, was I wrong? Did you have Crumble or no?
In the deck, yes. In my hand, no.
Okay. I don't know if it was smart or not to play around it. I played around it, obviously. Do you have Psyblast? I mean, if you had Psyblast, you probably used it already. Maybe not. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't look at it. It was probably sweet, though.
No,
my hand was Control Magic, Counterspell, Time Walk, and Psionic Blast. It's just like, come on, deck. Like, mana, why? That deck was one of my first decks I built. It's kind of like a crude Arabian aggro, and I think the mana base is a little screwy in it. Obviously, 4 Strip Mines and 2 Mishra's Factories will help do that on a 3-color deck, though. But you get one more in, buddy? Or are we good?
Yeah, my hand was just 3 Iron Hands and 2 Serendips.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was like at the beginning. I'm like, all right, I gotta like just smash down as fast as I can just to limit his threats, because I kind of think I felt like we were in some sort of like a mirror of sorts. I felt like that from the first game. I think I probably gave a little less away about my deck. I mean, but my deck is actually very aggressive. Like, but that first draw was just kind of weak. I was like, it's probably worth keeping. With Soul Ring, so any like Ernie or Serendib was live off the top. Then I had 2 counter spells, so like I can buy time with it. But
game up.
Yep. I'm gonna do this deck. So, I have been playing a lot of decks that contain these sort of cards recently. Now, none of these cards literally, but quite a few of these types of cards. You're not going to be a big fan. No. This deck is not blue at all. It's white and red. It's white and red. I actually really like playing white. I am a big like white weenie fan. Like Death and Taxes, really. Like I think white is a lot better and a lot more interactive than folks give it props for.
Apparently, I should have kept the first one. And why is it every time I play old school, I get this horrific? Do I want this? Actually, yes.
Old school is just a high variance format, man. Just a high variance format. It's kind of like Commander in a way, like not in a way that it plays the same way, but it's a higher variance format due to the vast difference in power level of cards. Like Commander too. I mean, like you have Soul Ring, and then you have like stuff like Pact of Negation. It's like, all right, this hand looks pretty interesting. Looks fast.
It's actually
Time Twister. It's just nothing.
It's actually awful. It's just standard hand. Either tons of mana, nothing to do, or everything to do and no mana.
All right. There's my play.
Probably should have mulliganed it.
It's got a lot of mana. I mean, you can draw out on it. If you got an Earthquake in hand, it's probably good against Cications you have on your dot deck.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing to do.
Mind twist me. All right, well.
No, that would be a good player would have that.
Yeah, that would be disgusting. I'd just be like, well, good game. Actually, it wouldn't per se be a good game because you're really low on cards, and this deck with 2 lands can do a lot. I mean, it can play a lot of its deck with 2 lands. Alrighty. Just a good, easy, strong, proactive plan here. Alright, well, that's interesting. Alrighty. Okay.
Bolt that.
You got it, buddy. Get in there, Ication Javelineers.
Deck Y. Sulcanar. No. Go.
Oh no! I think you say I played Sulcanar. I'm like, I don't have a prismatic omen in play.
No, I could, but
Can't quite do that yet.
It would just get plowed.
If I had a plow in hand,
What do you mean? What do you mean if?
I mean, sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. I obviously have been playing a lot of creatures, but all right, go ahead. 1 minute, I gotta think here. All right. Yep. Cut those nut draws out. All right. Well, looks like you found that. Okay. No ancestral 1 time. Okay. Alrighty. All right.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, 1 spell? Wow. Thanks, Moto.
Well, are you serious, dude?
No,
hopefully it's Wheel of Fortune. You can do it again.
I do 2 spells, but...
Yeah.
Oh, man. Really?
I'm sorry, buddy. 1 spell? Is it that?
No,
One spell was really bad.
I'm counting that as a land.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair to count it that way. I want to make sure you weren't saying that Mox Emerald was your 1 spell. I'd be like, God, savage. Oh, okay. All right. Nope.
Go.
Yes, sir. Land tax?
Yep. Yarp.
Alrighty.
White Knight. Javelineer number 2.
Well, I'm debating on how I want to do this. Yeah, this. This. Attack. Yep, got him.
Oh, yes, just what I wanted. More land.
Well, there's consideration to maybe even holding it, because I mean I'm gonna probably stay behind you on lands. So if you don't play 1, I have to stay at 4. I mean, not that like most of my cards are uncastable beyond 4, but I will go to 5 if you're going to 5. Get in for the attack here.
4, 9. Technically, I can win, I guess. Somehow. Here comes more land.
Hey, this guy.
Oh, land, no land.
Go ahead. And here's to hoping you don't run an Earthquake in your deck. If you do, that was possibly misplay, but I think it's kind of tough to leave Preacher in hand. All right, nope.
Nope, just nothing but land.
Sorry, buddy. It's not. It's not your night, man.
It never is in old school. This is the way I always run.
Yeah.
Miserable. I'm like, oh god. Well, once in a while I run okay.
Yeah.
Do I got anything against you?
Well, I think I'm gonna take my balance out. Balance seems really horrible.
This is good, I guess. Kind of.
Got this.
Not really. Maybe I put 1 in. Oh, this card's horrible.
I think I'm just gonna re-jam like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens. See what happens. I'm actually sideboarding a really cool card right now. I mean, it's probably not going to do much in this matchup, but we'll see how it does. I always want to play it. And that card is Spinal Villain. Cool old card.
You're kidding me.
Well, we're both taking a mulligan if your hand's that bad. My hand's not good either. It's pretty poor. it's again one of those hands that well, it can cast 2 of its spells on 1 mana. It doesn't really want to rely on you not having a strip mine for my 1 mana, and or drawing into it off a blind flip off the top. So, and it's got 2 4-drops. Yeah, it's very bad. So I'm mulling too. All right, I gotta keep this one, especially with the scry. And
Sand's pretty meh as well.
I'm gonna bottom this one, even though it's interesting to do that. You go, my man. Alrighty, underground, cool. Alrighty. Taste it. Get in there, Javelineers. Give him the 1-4. Alright, COB. Oh, okay. I mean, there's a consideration of just allowing that thing to sit around, but, like, I know so much from history that that's got to be a bad plan. Disenchant. Take the free card. Because I don't think anyone plays value Howling Mines. Alright, T-Walk. Unless you're the first person in history to run value Howling Mines. Alright. What have we got here? Alright.
Another one. Yep.
Alrighty. Get that White Knight. Alrighty. You got him, buddy?
Something.
Soul Canar. Uh-oh, look like a Soul Canar. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alrighty. It's a race then.
More triggers. Well, I have 1 card in hand, so I wouldn't call it a race per se. Unless I draw a Time Twister. Or wheel. But
yeah, that could do it pretty well.
Probably just going to be nothing but land. Be the most nom game of all nom games.
Alrighty. Take 2. Yeah, Howling Mine obviously comes at a decent cost against like a weenie strategy, because all my cards are just, you know, exceedingly cheap. 1 second, I gotta think here.
It's fine if I actually have some sort of action.
What are you at, 11? Alright. We'll do this.
That's what the screen says.
Yeah, and I was just thinking through something. Doing some math. Some maths. I had an option here, but I went this way. Alright, bolt my dudes. No. Alrighty. What do you think of Weenie in old school?
Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Let's do this. Think of what?
White Weenie in old school.
It's obviously good.
I'm wondering how you think it stacks up against like the deck. Gain some life.
To be honest, I don't really think about it that much. I just play for fun, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't really care if something's garbo, as long as it's fun to play.
I'm always a little attached to my creations. I want them to be good, you know, all that nonsense and jazz. All right, what we got here?
Yeah, but you know, 3. Well, this is Underworld.
You killing me?
I doubt it, but this is. I did draw a ritual and a tutor, which
you could
gives
kill
me a
actually.
chance. I have to twist her and then get lucky.
You have to twist her and then hit another wins. That could get me. That's old school. 7 me. Actually, if I don't have a bolt, So you have to wheel me again. I don't have a bolt currently in hand, and hope that my hand does not contain a bolt, right? Wait, no, that wouldn't do it. It'd have to be double bolt. Okay, Mox. Wins. Multiple wins would do it. Pretty good.
So I want to...
No, bolt would do it because I have Vacation Javelin here, so it's 1 plus bolt if I do that. Wins. No wins into wins, please. Don't do it. Alright, bolt, that's fine. Now if it's wins, it's lethal, right? Got me. Good game, buddy.
That was lucky.
Yeah, I mean, but that's you know, it's dreams. I mean, sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah, I was just hoping to have like a kind of more like hand to do something, but those other
Well, you
games
won the game. It obviously did something.
I mean, just other than like Turbo Land.
I'm gonna cut these guys and put these back in.
That was game 2?
That was game 2, yeah. It was a fast game 1.
I got all confused.
Yeah, no, it was a kind of a beat down in game 1.
I really don't have much against White Weenie. Wish I had Earthquakes in the board.
Yeah. You know, I could probably take this out, put this in, take this out, put this in.
Probably
I like that better.
Probably should put an Earthquake in the board.
I got a better read here. Preacher was obviously not very good against your deck. So the Preachers just came out. I actually didn't know you were on Dreams in the first game.
Well, that's what I mean. That's how bad my draw was. I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm like, he has no idea what I'm playing.
No, I did. I had absolutely zero clue. All right, this is a keeper. It's not that great, but it's fine.
I didn't draw any. I think I drew like 1 Winds of Change. There was like nothing else even remotely kind of associated with the deck.
Well, good on you for not casting it at least. If you cast Winds of Change, I would have. If you cast Winds of Change, I'm like, all right, you're either on Grixis Color Pie. I'd be like, all right, you're a Dreams deck. I mean, unless you were able to like just show me red lands, and I was like, all right, I could be like, well, maybe he's on Edge, you know, like Lands Edge combo, because those are the only 2 decks can run it reasonably.
I was on Edge just with the Shuffler. Keep his hand's kind of bad.
More of the edge of the lands, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Unfortunately, that's not on mine though.
Yeah. Well, I play it online with Seismic Assault, and then you just got to make sure you're not an idiot with it. Make sure you're not silly.
I just don't know why they haven't actually dropped it.
I don't know. I think they've been doing a pretty good job though of putting some stuff in the treasure chests. So, which is cool. All right. Put that Vice down. Put that sick Vice down. I guess Vice isn't bad against tax, land tax at least. I can't get value off of it if you don't play lands. All right, no playing lands. All right.
There's 1 Vice in the deck, but I took it out. Ken's White Weenie.
All right, you go.
Just gonna bolt me, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a play, but I have 2 lands and a Crusade in hand, brother. I'm looking to get value. I was going for a draw. But I'll draw more 1-drops that I can play off my Pearl than you probably will. All right, Howling Mine? All right, cool. I'll probably start playing lands for that.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
You know what kind of lands I'm going to play?
Plains?
No, that one and then this. Sorry for the ugly art, too. There's no good art on Moto.
Blood Moon, huh?
So it's not horrible against you, right? It's not that great against you right now because you have like Box Jet plus probably Ritual in your deck, and you have Ruby out to fix. Well, I guess the red fix doesn't matter. You'll be able to fix red. It's just blue at this point, so it turns off your blue cards. All right, cool.
Blood Moon, huh? Well,
I brought him in from the board. Yeah, I took the Preachers out and like the removal and brought in. I sideboarded much better than I did for the second game.
Boo.
Basically, just Blood Moon's just a dirtbag card. It does some work. All right. Well,
I think I played in 1 deck in old school. I purposely don't play it. When we play, it just turns a lot of recordings into like, yeah, this is.
Well,
why would you want to watch this anymore?
Well, I think
3,
here's the thing with like
9.
Moon. Like, how much more oppressive is Moon over like Beb or Reb? Beb and Reb are also both dirtbag cards.
They're fine. They're just like 1 for 1, right?
City in a Bottle. Well, they are, but they're like 1 mana, dude. They're like the cheapest thing ever. I mean, like when you
but in terms of hay
spend
cards,
1
they're
mana to
super fair.
eat like 4 mana and a card, and basically like it's a time walk, right? Like if you think of a counter spell as a time walk, or 1 mana. It's such a limited investment, and like when they work out that way, like it's probably almost just as bad as Moon. Like Moon's just slow. That's why people it's like less insidious than those cards are, but I think it's just as bad. I mean, they're on the same level, to be honest. It's just not as obvious. They're on the same level.
I wouldn't say that. I never.
You don't think so?
I don't feel oppressed by it. I think they're some of like the most fair hate cards I've ever done. Unlike something like Chill, which is just dumb, and Gloom.
Well, Chill is so the design trend of both is different. I mean, like that's why I'm saying like one's more insidious. Like I just think oftentimes if the Bebs and Rebs are played right and they're used in a way that is maximized, like they are just as backbreaking in a proactive strategy is like Moon is in a lockup. But I'm not a control deck, so like Moon here is just gonna basically like augment my primary plan and probably like just give me an extra turn. So I mean, I think it is kind of similar in that context, right? Maybe not. I mean, it could be vastly different, but I kind of see it as kind of being similar to that because it's like it probably buys me like 1 to 2 turns extra in case I don't hit creatures, and then eventually I will and just beat down with them and whatnot. So because right now, I mean, Order Leper is not a solid clock. It's a bolt bait at best. We got a Howling Mine going, which is kind of spooky, but you're gonna throw it at me. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Meant to do DOT, forgot.
No.
At least Beb and Rab, it's like a one-shot. Blood Moon just sits there and it's like, yeah, this game is over against some decks. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, it really. So it's. I think it's honestly a fair sideboard card in this format, just because I mean you have like the kind of quintessential control decks like the deck, and like a fair deck like this White Weenie deck. Like I do think Blood Moon is like an exemplar of like bolstering the fair deck strategies in this kind of format. All right, Crusade, and you want to throw a bolt at this dude, or is he gonna live?
Well, might as well.
All right, might as well.
Might as well. Right.
No more cards for you, sir.
Come on, man.
I want the game to kind of slow down a little bit, you know? I don't like them cards. I guess you got another one, you can play it out. Alrighty.
So I can do that.
The dreams. One thing I failed to do in this sideboarding is I failed to take out the spinal villain I brought in. he's not looking very good in my hand. He's a 1/2 beatdown that does not get pumped by Crusade.
What does he do again? They tap to destroy something? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's a 1/2 for 3. Tap to destroy target blue creature.
Oh, blue creature, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I knew it was something, but I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, I figured if you were like running Solkanars and Serendibs, like he could be decent there.
So I could. Is this better or this? So if I do this and do that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have a feeling I'm taking a lot of damage this turn. All right.
Maybe.
Well, if you ritual out the last lightning bolt, you have all 4 of them? Wow.
No, 3.
Okay.
Oh, there's my usual Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Straight hot garbage. Apparently I should have just Winds of Change, even though it was 2 cards less. I guess it was less risky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy.
I wish I could say I was joking, but this is being recorded, so.
No, I believe you. I trust you.
It's so regular. It's just like, oh, like it just can't keep going, can it? Oh, yep, yes it can.
The savagery, dude.
I'm like, come on, man.
I mean, you gotta laugh about it at some point, right? I mean, like you just gotta laugh.
This is why I'm like, this is just like some definite like shuffler clumping
bullshit.
going on. There's
bullshit. You can call it bullshit. I don't care.
There's some serious shuffler clumping going on here. Like I can't lie. Okay, I'm assuming
Nope,
I'm
I
dead
believe
here.
you.
3, 6, 7, 8, and a bolt. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this. I think it's actually actively bad against your deck.
What?
Uh,
6,
land
7, 8.
taxing. I think is bad against your deck.
Because you have more cards in hand.
Correct.
For me to win a change.
Correct.
It don't matter. I literally drew 7 mana sources off Wheel of Fortune.
No, I hear you, but I'll play it technically correct for the viewers, just to be like, all right, I'm just gonna play my dumb stuff out that I don't need to play out to keep it out of. Well, I do need to play it out to keep it out of my hand.
True enough.
And I gave up on a double pump on my Order of Leper, which may or may not get burned off anyways, realistically. Because I wouldn't assume you drew 7 lands.
Well, I drew 5 lands and 2 Dark Rituals.
Ah.
Oh, 3 Dark Rituals. My bad. All right.
No, if you drew Gristlebrand, it'd be really good right here. Actually, I guess Knight would still kind of bust through there with Occasion Javelingers.
Actually, if I drew a... I tapped it a white, too? Oh, man. Yeah, if I had drawn a... Underworld
Your mana
Dreams.
is actually perfect.
If I drew an Underworld Dreams there, that would have been pretty gross, actually. It might have been actually... I could still possibly do something, but if I had a...
Drain life? Alright, I'm sorry, buddy. This is what I was saying. I think this card's much worse than Blood Moon. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that card. Those kind of cards. I am playing them because I think you just almost have to.
I'll take Blast over Gloom or Chill any day.
You'll take what? Oh, you take the Bebs, yeah, over the invested hate cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the comparison between like Wrath of God and Moat, right? Like one like just goozles everything. All right, for funsies, I'm sorry. I gotta do it for funsies.
Why do I always draw my action like after a wheel? That was horrific.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know, man.
Every time this format, I'm just like, why format? Are you trying to make me not want to have fun?
Let's do this, man. Let's play
1, 2. Okay, when's a change? Howling Mine. When's a change? Howling Mine.
Why don't we do this? You want to play one game of pre-modern so you can whoop up on me?
No,
like,
no,
like one game.
No, I don't care about winning. I just want to shuffle.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
well, no, to have fun too. To like have fun. I mean, like I kind of feel bad because like you're right. You're getting goozled here a little bit, you know.
Yeah. No, I don't care about. I mean, sure, obviously winning's fun, but I just want to have like an entertaining game. That's all.
Yeah, losing due to drawing 7 lands off of a wheel like 3 games in a row is pretty savage.
It's just savage when I even before it happens, I'm just like, oh god, I'm defeated already.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is terrible.
Why
you just like you feel before even you cast the wheel, you're just like, all right, I'm casting wheel, so I'm gonna lose. Like...
I know. You're like, here we go. Here's 7 land. I'm like, man. Now, see, this is why I want Land's Edge, right? If I wheel, I'm gonna get 7 land. Now I'm minus something.
You want to do one more? I could play Land's Edge. I actually haven't played that deck in forever. If you want to do one more, I mean,
actually, I think we're pretty good. We're at like the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, that was a long set of games.
And I think 2 hours is like pretty good. The other ones that we did were like 2 hours are a little bit over.
Yeah, no, that was 4 games or 4 or 5 games. I have to check my account set or my game status. Was that 4 or 5?
Today?
That was 4.
4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, Grixis mid range, Arabian aggro on my end, and then Pink Weenie and what was the other deck I played? Disco Rain.
Oh yeah, Disco Rain.
Yeah. So, well, good games, buddy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You know, as always, definitely appreciated the games, man. Next time we'll jump back over to PM pre-modern. Also, I have a lot more to study down on and hunker down and look through those deck lists you sent over to me and probably get more savvy on pre-modern. I haven't played as much of that as I have old school, and you're right. I mean, old school is just it's got a lot more variance in it than like PM does. PM, I think, tends to have better games in a lot of ways, like, you know, for viewing and for like technical play and all that. So
Well, old school's good for viewing. A lot of like swingy. It just could be sometimes. It's just kind of like ugh. Can be a little much sometimes.
Yeah, well, old school is you're right. It's much more spectacular or swingy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's. I mean, I guess it depends on your viewership. Like I don't like watching that kind of game. I'm like, cool, you know. Like I said, like the Black Lotus turns of the world like kind of lost their allure to me a while ago. I'm just like, all right, sweet, you know, like you know, cool, but like you know, it doesn't lead to good games per se. It's just like one side just wins by a landslide. It's just like cool, you know. Like another guy could have done nothing about it. It's like that's not really like great, you know. It just kind of is a thing that can happen, you know.
When you're down to 2 cards in hand, your opponent time twisted, and you're like, oh sweet, and then you get mind twisted for your entire hand in the same turn, and for like the 19th time, you're like, well, okay.
That's always the most savage turns off of. Well, you did Ancestral after that, but those are always the most savage turns when like it's so much mana. Well, that's how like the deck mirror matches always end. Like the deck mirror matches either end in the early game due to Ancestral first that resolves, or they end mid to late game with a time twister turn during a contested turn on the opponent's turn into a mind twist, into goozle your entire hand down to nothing, into still leaving counter magic up, and then just then the rod in the book just overcome whatever, it's silly at that point. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciated the games, dude. We'll have to get some more in here in the near future, and we'll play some PM next time just to get some more attritional games in.
Or some Penny Dreadful.
We can do that. I would definitely have to go and probably steal some lists. This next week I'm gonna be a little busy because I got my kiddo out. So.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much near the end of the season anyway because we're going into New Ravnica. So yeah,
I'd probably steal anyways because I did brew some lists for the last season, but
yeah,
I haven't played it all this season.
I just go on the website and look at find like
snag them up,
coolest lists, and maybe make like a few tweaks. I'd like to brew, but I just don't have time.
Is post in this season or no?
No.
That's good. That card was format defining. It was the format defining card last season.
Well, there always is.
Yeah. But the thing that was sad about it is like there was no. You either played a post deck or you played a red deck wins deck or like some sort of monocolored aggro deck, so that you could beat posts. So it was like you had the predatory decks, which were like red deck wins, and like monocolored X, like aggro deck. And then you had the post decks, and like you had like the consultation decks that didn't play post, but they were like they basically didn't have the late game on lock with post, and they couldn't beat the aggro decks. So mid range wasn't viable. Like I played a Living Death deck, which was really sweet because Living Death was legal last season.
Yep.
But like, and so was Recurring Nightmare.
Yep. So gross.
But and it was a sweet deck. Like the deck I played was really cool. And I think I ended up going like 4-1 or 3-1 or whatever. I forget it was 4 or 5 matches. I think it was like 5, and I think I went 4-1 with it. But like it was so savage. Like I had, I guess, a positive side of that playing that deck was I had to play very tight Magic to win, and but it was miserable. It was just like a nail biting experience playing its post and like the aggro decks to get whatever my big dumb threat was in that deck, and it was just like ugh, like. And then like after like goozling a bunch like 5 folks in a row with like red deck wins, and then like goozling a bunch of folks with like mono blue accelerated blue basically. I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Like post defines this entire format, But it was a cool reprieve because I hadn't played Penny Dreadful since season 1 when Hymn to Turek was legal, which was the defining card of that format. It was like mono black control was stellar, and then Heroic was stellar, which Heroic I think is always a deck in that format.
Still is.
So Penny Dreadful just last season fell into place for me where like cubes weren't going on. There wasn't an interesting draft format, and I was like, you know what, I want to like learn a new format or get back to a format that I played a while back, and it'd be kind of cool to get into it again. Cubes coming to a close here pretty soon, and I'm obviously big into that. I love cubing, and I've been crushing this season on it. So, but it's kind of fun to also play some less loved cards. And hell, Penny Dreadful next season may just be like the entire like catalog of MTG cards, seeing how the economy's going on MTG.
Cool.
All right, man. I'll quit BSing. I'll let you go. All right, buddy.
Okay. Have a good night.
Hey, you too, man. Later now.
Ciao.